stories tall. That's how big.
This last week we were back in Babylon,
and we were learning more
every
about
time
Daniel,
the music
Hananiah,
would play,
Azariah,
everyone was
and
supposed
Mishael. You better know them as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They're Babylonian names. King Nebuchadnezzar was a very prideful and arrogant king, and he decided that he was going to build this big, tall statue. It was like 90 feet tall. That's like 9 stories tall. If you can imagine a building that is 9 stories tall, that's how big this big old idol is. And he said every time that the music would play, that everyone was supposed to bow down and worship the idol. Everybody did. Everybody, that is, but Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now, the penalty for not bowing down was to be thrown into this fiery furnace, which, if you're thrown in a fire, you're probably not going to live. Anyway, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came before King Nebuchadnezzar, and King Nebuchadnezzar gave them another chance. He thought, well, maybe they just didn't hear him or something. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego made it very plain and clear that they would never bow to the idol that King Nebuchadnezzar had made. They said that their God could surely save them from the furnace, and even if he didn't, they would never bow. This made King Nebuchadnezzar furious. Daniel 3 says he was absolutely furious, and that he heated the furnace up 7 times hotter. Then he had some of the strongest men of his land come and tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Remember that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, 3 people. And they threw them into the fiery furnace. The furnace was so hot that the people throwing them in even died. Yikes! That's crazy! But when they looked into the furnace, they saw not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 people in there praising God. Their hands were loosed. They were praising God in the furnace. And they said that the 4th one had the appearance of the Son of God. But we don't know if that was an angel or if that was actually God. We know that God, in some way, shape, or form, was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And boys and girls, as you step out in boldness and courage, in the power of God, in obedience to Him, God is with you wherever you go. It all started from the very beginning in Daniel chapter 1, verse 8, that said, Daniel resolved in his heart not to defile himself. Daniel, along with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, made the conscious decision that no matter what happened, they were going to serve the one true God. And God was faithful to them. We learned that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were brought out of the fire, and their clothes were not singed, their hair was not burnt, they didn't even smell like fire. That's incredible. And King Nebuchadnezzar declared that their nation would serve the one true God. You never know what's going to happen when you're obedient to God. So I am praying for you, boys and girls, that you will be bold and be courageous and obey God no matter what He says, no matter what the challenge is. And remember, God is with you wherever you will go. Enjoy the snow day and have a wonderful day. Remember, above all else, guard your heart.
Every day